Welcome to Diversity of Urban Art. I'm Rae Marie, and I am a pastel artist. And I'm welcoming you to Framing 508 Art Gallery, where I have most of my work. And it's also, obviously, a frame shop. I've been a pastel artist for over 15, 16 years, seriously. Actually, somebody gave me a sample of a suede mat board. And at first I was thinking, oh, this is really kind of crazy. But I had the samples and I started playing around with them, and I knew by working with them that it's going to be a little different than anything else. The pastels don't smear like it does on regular paper. So what I wanted to show you is this. This is a suede mat board. It is flexible, so usually I put it on another board. And it's very soft. It has like a very smooth texture, but what happens is all these fine fibers on the board will hold on to the different colors of the pastels. I can put layers. And this is my palette. Lots of colors, and I just have a great time coming up with ideas of what I want to paint. But what I do is when I've developed the technique has developed over time. And first I was just drawing the furs individually, but now I know I can, if I want to cover a large area, I can wet the board. You can use a spray and just dampen the board, and then you can smear it almost like paint. I came across the Care Foundation. The Care Foundation rescues wild animals. I went there and I was in heaven, animal heaven basically, because they had tigers, now they have bears. Which is the one I'm going to be talking about, is Bolshoi. At the time, he was 800 pounds of tiger fur, muscle. It was just amazing. It was just being around him gave you this incredible sense of power or empowerment. You felt his strength, and you just felt like you wanted to get a hold of that when you were there. So actually, like I said, this is Bolshoi, and you can tell it's Bolshoi because he had the little freckle on his nose. I love doing that part. His eyes are just this wonderful, luscious green. So we went over there and we found a palm frond, and this tiger is playing like a large cat. Luckily, with the camera, I captured him in this position with his mouth open, and it was, as soon as I got the film developed, it was perfect. I knew that's what I wanted to do, but as in taking pictures with film, you never know what you're going to get, and the color and the detail are just not there. So what I do to begin with is I have some white paper. I get everything drawn out on it, do all the shadings, get the details in, and I noticed I didn't have any detail in the mouth. It was just kind of like this kind of a blob, and to really work on the eyes, I really had to just look at the tiger some more. So I would go out there and sketch him. So I was able to go sketch, look at his mouth, get the details, and go from there. And I finally got everything in place in the drawing. Painter, any artist, you have to have that foundation. You have to have the layout, the composition, get everything, the darks and lights where they're supposed to be. And then I put the pastel on the back of the paper, used it like carbon paper, and drew it on the board that I'm working on. Transferred the drawing onto here, onto the main board, and then I started this area and worked down. So I was blocking in the base, the medium tones, getting the areas with the darks. I would use dark blues and burgundies for the dark areas. I think some lavenders and pinks for the white areas. And it all just kind of came together. And after I get them in a medium tone or in the darks and lights, then I start going in there with all the fur. So every stroke you see are little flecks of taking the pastel and just flecking it, turning it, getting the sharp areas. This is fun, blending his nose, But it's just really putting flicks of color on top of each other and layering until you get that volume. And he had all the different directions of the fur. You could see that as well when you're in the cage with him, just getting up close and personal. And it's not just creativity, it is things that you've, techniques that you've tried. And then it's like, oh, when you go from one painting, it's like, oh, I want to try this. I want to try something a little different or another challenge. You're consistently challenging yourself to do another painting, to get that feeling or that effect. So I hope you will join me again and see what else I have to show you with suede and pastels. Thank you for joining us with Diversity of Urban Art. My name is Rae Marie, and I look forward to seeing you again.